Previously on Illusion of Gaia.
And isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like radio.
Hello again, and welcome to the 7th installment of Nathan Plays Illusion of Gaia. My name is Nathan, and this, of course, this baffling fever dream of a game is Illusion of Gaia on the Super Nintendo. Last time, let's see what happened last time. We were in the city of Mu after crashing in the ocean, although no one seemed particularly disturbed about it. Most of my friends are ghosts, and, oh yes, I messed up. And there was a confused pug picture, and everyone said, "Aww," but I messed up. First of all, what I did, a little bit of housekeeping here. I did a safety save. I decided I should start copying these saves over just in case something terrible happens and I mess up in the recording. I can always double back then. Not that that really matters. A little behind-the-scenes peek for you there. So this time around, I decided to be extremely methodical about making sure I covered each of the rooms as well as the hallways. I also started drafting up a little bit of a map, which I will show you later on, the completed form of it. I went back to the very beginning and decided to start my notes from there, of course. So in the course of this recording, if you see me just standing there for a moment of time while I'm in the seaside palace or whatever, it's because I'm jotting down what I'm seeing. I made sure to collect Lily this time, which I was right. I had missed that last time. Once again, I practically gave her a heart attack. Deja vu. And after a little bit of chit-chatting, she decides she's gonna fly into my pocket. It's not weird. Still not weird. It's probably fine. There she goes. Well, let's go. Alright. Next stop, while I was mapping things out, was the coffin room. I just decided to check over these one more time, and this time, with Lily along, something changes a little bit. Lily speaks from my pocket. Wait a minute. Isn't there a hole in the coffin? Well, yes, as all coffins have. In her dandelion form, she can slip in through the hole, and she does so, unlocking it from the inside. There's a key fastened inside this coffin. No wonder it didn't open. But if it was inside the coffin... it doesn't matter. Lily will also dive into the other one that's here, which yields a strange stone. What could it be? Nothing less than... boy, the suspense. The Purification Stone. Huzzah! The thing I was missing earlier. Paying attention to my surroundings and actually being methodical is paying off dividends. I'm gonna have this thing done in no time. So after that, it was time to make my way back, all the way back down to the creepy fountain in the basement, which Lily comments upon. It's a strange fountain. You are not wrong. Yes, I believe there is a connection. Equip the Purification Stone, which looks kind of like a dinosaur egg. Sort of cool. I raised it. It began to glow and then disappeared into the spring. Well, there we are. Water purified. Now what? Took a quick look around the room to see if anything else had changed. I thought maybe the fountain would dry up somehow or something. The first obvious change is that there's people here now. Saved! Thank you! I was brought to this palace from Phrygia and changed to a demon. Oh, well, it was more of a slime, but I guess slime is maybe a subclass of demon. And Lily explains that all the slimes that I was beating up on were actually human beings. I do feel a little bit bad about that. There are people all the way through these hallways now that I can talk to. Some of them more informative than others. I went over to this room to the left to see if my friends were still here, and now they're gone entirely. What a mystery. Oh hey, it's one of these guys. We were labor traders, arrested for the crime of buying and selling human beings. But the party officials sold us to a vampire. I can't believe it. That is a pretty unbelievable story there, bro. You are not incorrect. This is the result of being tempted by a beautiful woman. Yes, every time I'm tempted by a beautiful woman, I wake up in an undersea palace, having been sold to vampires and turned into a slimy thing. Ah, a vampire couple lives in the coffins. They bring people here, turn them into demons, and use them for labor. What kind of labor? What is like a slime doing for you? The vampires are looking for something in the land of Mu. And oh, it's probably the mystic statue. Well, I'm sure we would not have ever guessed that. Over in one of the things that was previously a dead end, I was making sure to check everything on the way back up. I meet this guy who stole a key from the vampire woman. Here, he says, take it. I received the key to the seaside palace. Excellent. Thanks, man. Quick save. And then it's time to see what this key does. Back to the big ornate door here. It's worth noting that none of the rest of my friends were in the places that they were before. I equipped the key, which is mysteriously in some kind of a bubble. I like all the keys in this game. They're all different. That's neat. Makes a strange sound. The phantom land of Mu lies ahead. Mu. It's fun to say. Mu. Try it at home. Mu. It's not so much a phantom land of Mu as it is just a boring corridor. Oh, this isn't... Okay. It's not Mu yet. Fine. Here we are. And at long last, here we are in Mu. Lily and I set foot on Mu. They will probably welcome us after waking from a sleep of 1,000 years. Really? Really nobody's been welcoming to us at all. Not true. I guess there was that guy with the dog. Alright, well, in a situation like this, I'm pretty sure you're wrong about that assessment there, Will. The slimes are back, as annoying as ever. And a brand new enemy type. We got a rock golem here who rips off pieces of his own body and tosses them at me. That is pretty intense. It's hardcore. I don't think I would do that personally, but he's into it. Just nearby, I ran into another one of these who exhibited a new behavior. Occasionally, they will break into sort of a rapid-fire throwing pattern where they throw at diagonals as well. You can see I'm already down to just about 1/3 of my health left. This area, I discovered, is very punishing. But that rock golem gave me a way forward. It's kind of a mysterious slot in the wall there. Maybe that'll pay off later. And one more behavior from the rock golems there is occasionally, on rare occasions, they will get mad and sort of explode in a death blossom kind of pattern. You know, as do we all. New enemy type, a super annoying wizard. If you don't hit him fast enough, he launches a seeker bolt that does a lot of damage. So all you gotta do is play cat and mouse as he pops out. You hit him before he throws at you, and you do it a bunch of times. Over here, a rock golem blocking a treasure chest. Get out of the way. I want treasure. Well, I wasn't paying attention, and it cost me my first life in a while. Should be okay. Should be alright. Still got a couple of those left. Come back from my grudge match with the rock golem. Let's do this. And open the treasure to find it's empty. This place is terrible. Who leaves an empty treasure chest just lying there? I also encountered this odd circular thing that reacted when hit, but didn't really seem to do anything beyond that. It didn't really discover their purpose until a little bit later on, but I just kind of kept my distance for now. Time to fight another super annoying wizard. Yep, you can move him and hit him. And they can also be moved with the spin of the flute. Here I met 2 rock golems, because what's better than 1? 2. And fighting them at the same time in a narrow corridor. And used up the first of my 3 remaining medicines, my herbs. I always have kind of a problem in these games with hoarding like crazy, and by the end of the game I have tons of supplies left over, so I thought, well, let's use them this time. We have them, let's use them. After a little bit more battling and some careful dodges there, or lucky, rather, I managed to finish them off. Another circle thing, and... oh. So that's what they do. They just bounce you harmlessly around. Rats. Even the slimes are getting hits in on me. Off my game, I guess. Came to this kind of rocky area where you have to proceed carefully. Those things move in diagonals, and they can leap out at you. And the odd one of them will open up a way forward. Struggled through this area and just quickly checked my map before moving on. I could see there was a save point there, but I guess that's inaccessible for now. It's been pretty linear so far. Come to a new hazard. Yay, floor spikes. Thankfully, the slimes cannot quite seem to get over them, so it gives me a little bit of a vantage point there to take them down. And what's beyond this? A mystery. Let's go inside. It's the Room of Hope. But it's empty, so I don't really feel super hopeful right now. Nothing in my inventory that really seems like it could help here, so I decided to move on. Another rock golem, and more shots in on me. Instead of going, there's kind of a loop here that goes around, and instead of taking the lower route, I decided to go up and around. You can see I've used up another one of my herbs by this time, and I'm eating the last one. Maybe not super wise. Probably should have saved that for the inevitable boss encounter later on, but I did it. On the top side of the loop, I came down and around and met another wizard man, but as you can see with the rocks in the way, it's actually a pretty difficult fight. He can pop up in some places that it's difficult to get to in time. And then all of a sudden he can just show up off screen and take shots at you from there. Delightful. Love it. And that's my second life gone. I started back at the Room of Hope and made my way back down there, this time choosing to take the lower part of the loop. Some not too terribly tough battles with slimes, and another treasure chest, which is empty. Ugh, this place. I held off on going to the next area because I knew I had a grudge match to have. First of all, with this rock golem that was sitting here. Actually, he wasn't part of the grudge match, but his pal, the wizard, was. It's time to end this, teleport wizard. So I did a bit of fancy footwork to get the job done on this guy, but then still take a rock in the face. And then it was the wizard's turn. You can see just how thrilling some of these battles can be. You're just sort of waiting for him to pop up, and then... if I did a little bit more damage, this might take a lot less time. Thankfully, he dropped a 5 hit point increase. There could be quite a few more of those to my liking, but anyway. Then we head on to the next area, which appears to be empty. Granted, I didn't look around quite the entire place because suddenly I had the idea that I should head back to the Room of Hope. Oh, but before I went there, Lily says, "Will, I've been thinking. It appears as if the treasure chest is in the exact spot where the line of vision between both the statues cross. That is an extremely pertinent point, I'm sure. But right at this second, I've got somewhere to be." Of course, I took the time to investigate this for some reason. Anyway, back at the Room of Hope, I thought I would try Lola's Melody, which, of course, does nothing. Someday it will again, I'm sure. Back to the empty area. I looked. Oh, there's a statue. And there's a statue. I suppose, thanks to Lily's hint, I should try and find some sort of a treasure chest in here. Did quite a bit of going around, mashing on the A button, and so on. Wondered if I was missing something again. And suddenly, oh! I found the Statue of Hope. The Statue of Hope. Was there a room with the same name? Yes, I was just there. I ran all the way there and all the way back. Fine. Alright, well, let's go set it up in there. Oh. Equip the Statue of Hope there, which has a cute little kind of waterfall on it. It's going to liven things up considerably. Really tie the whole room together. Ah! Teleport wizards! Ah! Ah! Nah! The teleport wizards tell me something cryptic about the ocean holding a power, and then they leave. Again, I don't really feel super hopeful after that. Like, it's not really increasing my hope. Can't recollect the statue, so I left. Ah, there's less water than before. Oh ho, so that's what the Room of Hope does. We can explore new areas, says Lily. Great, I'm out of supplies, I'm rapidly running out of lives. I guess I am pretty hopeful after all. What I decided to do at this point, though, was to backtrack to the save point that I briefly saw on my map earlier, feeling that now that I'd lowered the water levels, I can probably get at it. Had a little bit of a battle with a brand new teleport wizard, who got in some good shots on me because he's a jerk. And I checked my map a whole bunch of times because I was trying to find the spot where that little symbol for the save point was again. Probably should have edited this down, rather. I think you got the point after the first time. This wasn't really a spectacular battle, and I apologize. But he dropped another 5 hit point orb. On my way to the save point, I discovered, oh good, kind of a spike trap there. Gotta time it out, gotta feel it here. Nope, okay, that wasn't the one, Here we go. Yep, and yep, made it. And the save point is here. Huzzah. Contains a Friedan transformation statue. Fantastic. So I took full advantage of it. I felt at this point while I was recording that pressing further on would make the video overlong, so I decided to go ahead and just end the session for today. And Gaia decides to give me some advice. When you started this journey, Mu began to rise from the sea. Seawater still covers land in many places on the continent. When the water is gone, you will discover the location of Rama, King of Mu, and I'm sure I'll have to punch him in the face or something. I saved my game, and once again I considered the question, what exactly is the illusion of Gaia? Maybe one day I'll find out. For now, we're going to call this a video. Thank you ever so much for watching. Next time we're going to press further into Mu and see if we can't stop getting our butts kicked for once. Or if I can't, whatever. And as always, thank you ever so much for watching, and we'll see you next mission.